Welcome, folks, to USL eCup Rocket League Edition. In Group 5, everyone is still alive and a chance to reach the knockout stage. With Devin Kerr, Mike Watts on hand, it is St. Louis FC atop the group taking on North Texas, the number 2 team in the group right now. They can go through with a win, and Richmond failing to score nearly enough. With Devin Kerr, Mike Watts, game rules still 1v1, Dev, and the group stage best-of-3 series. For St. Louis, win and you're in.
We've actually received a ruling. There are no captain hats for the actual captains. They are giving out first mate berets, though, so that's pretty exciting. You take a look at the rest of the group, Mike, and everybody that comes in. In theory, everybody's still alive. I sent you my personal scouting report that was not to be leaked. I don't want to tell anybody else. St. Louis wins the group. I'm calling it. I'm calling it right now. Book it. Keith Mayfield, my boy. Let's see it, buddy.
Keith Mayfield is playing for St. Louis Area Food Bank. Jacob Walraven playing for the FC Dallas Foundation.
Mike, hear me out, if St. Louis wins, they go 3-0. North Texas to 1-2. If Red Bull beat Richmond, they're both at 1-2. We can go to goal differential. In theory, the 6th tiebreaker, burlap sack race. I'm ready for it.
Don't think that'll be necessary. USL eCup, best of 3 in this one when we come back.
When you need quality electrical work for your home or business, look to the electricalconnection.org. Created as a partnership between IBEW Local 1 electricians and the St. Louis chapter of the National Electrical Contractors Association, the Electrical Connection has been setting the standard for electrical excellence in St. Louis for over 100 years. You can depend on our highly skilled and trained workforce. Your number one source for quality electrical and communication contractors, electricalconnection.org.
USL eCup Rocket League Edition, best of 3. St. Louis, if they win the series, into the knockout stage. North Texas, if they win the series, are awaiting the result of the other match. It'll be the case either way. With Devin Kerr, Mike Watts, St. Louis, Devin, coming into this match are a resounding plus 40 goal differential. It's hard to imagine Alamaxia slips up now.
It's not going to happen. Trust me. It's not going to happen whatsoever. I'm actually still trying to figure out what North Texas is. Why do I say that? They came out, decent opening round, and then you look at the fact that they just couldn't get it finished against Richmond kickers. You know, they were out in front. There was the comeback by Taylor Bostic, then Richmond switched. They recovered well, so they come in at 1-1, but I still don't know what to make of them, and we know exactly what Keith Mayfield is, an absolute bruiser.
Here comes the Luligan. He flips it forward from distance. He'll take this off the bounce. Goes aerial. Can he get the flip on? He can't. And now he goes over the top and hammers it off the post. Second effort is cleared by Walraven.
Oh, look at the boost, Mike. Off the boards. Here it comes.
Walraven misses. Alamaxia has the advantage with the boost, but late to get that on frame. Minute and a half gone, still scoreless in this best of 3. And that's a terrible missed clearance. And an even worse missed opportunity in front of goal. Can Walraven get back? Stalemate at the goal line. 2 minutes gone, Devin. Still level.
A lot of pressure coming out of Alamaxia. Watch out. Here's the counter.
And the counter catches North Texas sleeping. 1-0 St. Louis.
Wallaby had done so well for himself. He had to sustain a boatload of pressure. Finally starts to work his way out, but you forgot the ball. And in this game, that's what matters most. That and bag lunches with bologna in it.
That, of course, being a major negative factor. Alamaxia charges in, dribbles along, and taps it home. 2-0 St. Louis.
Forgot something. Trying to use the flip reset to his advantage, going after his opponent, but Wallaby vastly fading here. Did well, opening 2:45, but 2 goals in the span of about 15 seconds, Mike. Watch out. This could get ugly. Oh, yeah.
Hangs up in the air, launched forward and in!
Mike, he actually undressed himself mid-ear, changed his outfit into the Selly outfit. He only brings that out once every so often, but the third goal was quite delightful. You knew he had to do it.
And after 2 minutes of scoreless play in game 1, 3 in a row, could it be 4 in a row for St. Louis? It is!
Peculiar. Uh-oh.
The hit from distance, and North Texas granted a lifeline. You know, the bump from behind in the end probably actually helps.
Like the little love tap. Love it. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you again.
And the answer is immediate. 5-1 St. Louis over North Texas. All the goals have come inside the last 50 seconds.
Right off the hood. Bottom corner. Just like you drew it up at home. Never even had to leave the driveway. Mike, am I the only one that thinks that Wallaby's tires look like they're below ground?
It might feel that way right now while Alamaxia is driving circles around him. He's made it 6-1.
They're actually semicircles, Mike. I pulled out my compass, my calculator, and my periscope, and we were able to figure out that when you combine all of those threes together, it's the perfect recipe for disaster.
To be entirely truthful, Devin, I just think the grass is a little high.
You never really can find
Oh,
good
look at
landscapers
this!
in the
There's a
D-game.
real chance! Oh, what a goal! He backed it in from half field.
Wallaby didn't like the talk about the lowrider. Oh, and look at it. On his way to a flip reset, trying to counter. Instead, opens up the trunk, throws out the LaCroix, and makes room for a beautiful secondary goal.
I think it's pronounced Bublé.
No, I'm just a singer.
Bubbly. Hammered in by Alamaxia, refuses to share the spotlight here, and this Luligan just keeps adding to his goal tally.
He loves that corner wall. He's good. Drink it in. Mike, consider the fact we were basically at 0-0 a minute ago. 9 goals in the last minute, 15 seconds has been rather intoxicating. Go!
That is brutal for North Texas.
I feel bad. You know, he knew he was going to do it. I knew he was going to do it. You knew he was going to do it, but we didn't know that he was going to do it when he did it. You know what I mean?
Precisely, Devin. Couldn't have said it better myself. Add another one. 9-2, and this score resembling what we've seen out of St. Louis all tournament long.
Whether he means to or not, I don't care. It's the second time we've seen it, so I don't think that's lady luck. I think it's dumb luck. Pure skill with a little bit of salt sprinkled over the top.
Well, Devin, we're starting to get into a weird place right now for North Texas in that They're better off playing defensive and staying alive right now that they've lost so many goals in terms of goal difference for how the final game of the group works out should this stand as a St. Louis victory.
Oh,
Alamaxia goes airborne.
Do it to him. Oh, you knew it too. Watch. Hop, skip, jump. Watch this. You stand there. I'll do this. Check's on you. See you at the car.
Well, it would take the smartest man in the universe to overcome this deficit. Luckily, he is riding atop the North Texas car.
Sorry, Mike. I'm already busy today.
Alamaxia with the bump. Alamaxia over the top. These goals are just brutal right now. North Texas can't stop it.
Look at him. Doesn't even wait to enter. Bartender, top shelf, please.
11-2 and nearly the entire goal difference advantage that St. Louis had is it's now 49. Even if they were to fall in the next two games by slim margins, they're still going to probably get through. And for North Texas
as well, Mike.
As they should. Alamaxia, bang from distance. It is a 10-goal margin again.
Look at him. One touch.
Keith Mayfield making good on expectation. He is a regular Twitch streamer of Rocket League. Looking to add another. Now he'll pop it up and push it through with 3 seconds to play. This will be his second gaudiest margin garnered in the tournament thus far. This is third match and fifth game.
Good for him. I think we forget that, you know, the opening round game against Red Bull, yeah, he won 9-1 and 8-0, but it wasn't overwhelmingly amazing. The second game against Richmond, where they made the mistake of switching to Mike Dillon, I will kick you, got sent packing all the way to the parking lot. Let him finish this. Oh, boy. Oh.
It was not a perfect parabolic flight path, and in the end, St. Louis will settle for the margin they had. We're going to game two. A win here for St. Louis, and they're into the knockout stage.
Think all sports recovery drinks deliver the same hydration? Think again. It's time to make the switch to the low-calorie option that replenishes, with vitamins, minerals, and amino acids to promote optimal hydration and recovery, and a 1-to-1 ratio of sodium to potassium that works to reestablish your electrolyte balance. Plus sequential carbohydrates to provide your body with the fuel it needs to recover from intense exercise. Just add water. That's Advocare Rehydrate. Rethink what you drink.
St. Louis is going to the round of 16 if they win this game. Best of 3 series, and with a 1-0 lead, St. Louis and Keith Mayfield hold a distinct advantage over North Texas and a chance to go perfect in the group. With Devin Kerr, Mike Watts on hand for USL eCup Rocket League Edition. Devin, if you are North Texas, how do you turn around what was a pretty good defensive start? It was 0-0 through 2 minutes. That wasn't it. 16 seconds in, North Texas concedes again. It just seems like they haven't found the same defensive presence since.
Mike, you got to go back to what you were talking about in the locker room before you stepped onto it. stick to your strong suits. And in this case right now, it's bribery. You walk yourself to the other side of the pitch and say, listen, I am willing to sit back here and I'll let you win, but you can only beat me 2 or 3-0 in exchange for said services. Now, what is that in this day and age? You didn't like the bologna sandwich. Obviously, Alamaxia doesn't like either because he took the bribe, threw it to the curb, and he's up 2-0.
His goal difference in the group is now -17. Richmond and New York are both on -18 coming into the match day. So should New York win, they would be through as it stands right now. Alamaxia, good save. Getting down to ground, Walraven denies. Oh, no way. Alamaxia tags it home.
Telling you, the wall game, that's his strong suit. That's where he's at his best. Look at this. The kiss attack. Alamaxia. Alamaxia.
That's how Devin remembers names. Alamaxia again. Nothing Jacob Walraven in North Texas can do. They are behind the 8 ball now, and they may well be out of this competition.
Mike, I gotta ask, what happens if you play 9 ball? Are you still stuck behind the 8?
A thought that thankfully had never crossed my mind.
Oh, yeah. Love it. Look at him just spring to action. Wallaby makes a mistake. There's the wall again. Bottom corner. Top bins, bottom corner. Tea and scrumpets. I'm ready for some tea and scrumpets, Mike.
As it stands now, it would take just a remarkable turn of events for North Texas to get through. Not only in that they could still turn around and win this series. Good chance, good goal. Great goal. Alamaxia goes total vert and knocks it in.
And Jay Wallaby's on walkabout, though, Mike. Look at him. Where are you? Where did you go? Where did you go? Oh, look at him sit back. You're in trouble.
He's decided to go for the boost, and he uses it. When Wayne Gretzky used to play, they called that area behind the goal the office. Right now, it feels like this entire segment of the field is Alamaxia's office. His office at home, of course. 7-0.
Jay Wallaby's working remotely, though, Mike. Look at this. This is what happens. He's still on dial-up. No Wi-Fi, no direct connection. What's your AOL screen name? Is it Jay Wallaby?
What was yours?
Oh. I can't give it away because it's actually private information that I still use to this day.
It's the only man on the
tell you off
planet
air.
still burning an AOL account.
Oh, yeah. Hotmail, too. You know it. Too hot to handle. Too hot in the hot tub. Ooh, too hot in the hot tub.
Alamaxia getting over the top of Wallaby. Walraven trying to sneak his way back into contention. Halfway through game 2 of this best of 3. As it stands, St. Louis are through to the knockout stage, and they're continuing to add to their advantage. It isn't the best efficiency in front of goal we've seen in this tournament, but Alamaxia most certainly does not care.
Keith Mayfield's actually got his tracker on underneath that hood, Mike. He drew an astounding 67,000 miles on that last goal. Can't wait to see what that oil looks like.
Nice ball by Walraven, and Alamaxia arrives in the nick of time. How about this? Oh, what a goal for Alamaxia. What a goal for St. Louis.
Mike, you can be filthy, you can be nasty, but that is downright rude, and I love it.
Nine nothing to the STL. Alamaxia now looking to add to the margin with the chip of the keeper and the tap in.
Look at Wallaby, Mike. He just leaves him on his side for dead. You have just been St. Luligan. Alamaxia, introduce yourself to the gaming world, my friend.
Devin, we have a live question here from Tyler Tetzlaff. He's the PR man from St. Louis. Always does a great job. He's asking about your cat.
Yeah. Oh my God, I didn't feed the cat. Hang on, I'll be right back.
Alamaxia. Over the top.
Mike, I'm back. Reminder to myself. I got to put this in my phone, on the calendar, whatever it may be. I still don't have a cat. There is a weird ferret running around my house, though, and what seems to be some sort of cult-like lizard laying in the corner. I don't know. They have their own individual Kool-Aids in front of them. I'm not necessarily sure what that means.
That's a tremendous goal by Alamaxia. Look at how far back he hits this. Wow.
Doesn't even touch it on the second one. Look, and it just drops it right in front of Wallaby. Just to give him hope. It's like the game of golf. Put a little flag out there. We'll give you hope.
Devin, does the ferret belong to your wife? Is it a wild ferret?
I'm not married.
I'd look over your shoulder right about now, buddy.
Oh, there's a woman she sleeps in the bed next to me. Yes, it's my child, but there's no marriage certificate, so, I mean, as far as I consider it, I'm not married. I'm married.
Under a minute
I'm married
to
to the
play.
game, Mike. Married to the game.
Yeah. Always have been, always will.
The rap game.
Not true.
By the way, that woman, Mike, she's she's behind me now.
Bounding ball down, catches North Texas out. And there's your cherry on top. Alamaxia going through to the knockout stage as the number one team in Group 5 at 3-0, and their goal difference is well over 60 now.
Though the clarification on my end is lacking, Mike, it is official. Alamaxia signs on the dotted line. He is 100% married to the round of 16.
As for North Texas, they could probably reach out to Keith himself, use that actuarial science degree for real, because it would take a 3-game series and some pretty odd numbers to get North Texas through. But St. Louis ahead by 12 and looking to add one more in their first ever group stage. Oh, that'll be that. Plus 63 goal difference. They win all 6 of their games and go 3-0, 9 points, top of the group. We'll wrap up when we come back here on USL eCup Rocket League Edition. 13-2, 12-0. The finals here between North Texas and St. Louis. Devin, might be the end of North Texas in this tournament, but for St. Louis, we're only just seeing the beginning. They're going to move into the best of 5 round of 16 with an opponent to be determined.
It is. Frustrating too. For Walraven, I had come to admire him from afar. Thought that he did a good job in the overall composition, but just not poetic enough to help give himself the opportunity to take down St. Louis. When it comes to St. Louis, Keith Mayfield, take a bow, honestly. It's beyond impressive, and it makes me quite nervous, Mike, because when this is over, he's probably going to be taking my job. Based upon previous context, that's okay. I looked into it. Ferret wrangling is within my future, but more importantly, the round of 16 is for St. Louis and the Luligans. They should be proud.
Wins of 8 goals twice against New York, wins of 10 and 14 goals against Richmond, and now wins of 11 and 12 goals against North Texas. St. Louis are your Group 5 champions in the group stage of USL's eCup Rocket League Edition. Impressive performance for Devin Kerr and Sharni Yerke, who always gives an impressive performance on the pitch. Mike Watts saying so long for now. St. Louis, we've seen you in the round of 16 next week. So long.